Um, okay. Well, good afternoon to all my Cubs and Lady Cubs. It is your number one Leo King, and we are back in this thing called Warframe. This is a Warframe Quickie, and as the title suggests, oh, I got that all out in one breath. As the title suggests, we're going to be talking about my good lady bird, Zephyr here. Say hi to the world. Hey, how you doing, girl? All right, so, once again, it's Tuesday. We all know I work, so I work from home. I've been blessed to be able to work from home. I'm pondering about Warframe things as I normally do, and I'm figuring like, man, I really want to do something with Zephyr. I tried in the past, it didn't work so well. Now I want to try again because of Helmet, and here we are. I like it because I like weird, kooky things in the game, and this just so happens to do a lot of crazy stuff. So I'm not going to explain it just yet. I just want you to look at it real quick. Okay, if you know me, then you already know I run all of my tests at level 155, and I always deal with the goons because they give the most problems within the game. Grenier or Corrupted, they give the most problems. So, come on. Come on. How about I distract you? Not yet. Okay. So, as you can see, oh, don't fall off. She gets a little busy. So you're asking, or you should be asking, or you could be asking. If you're not asking, you could be asking yourself, what happened? I wasn't hitting them directly. I wasn't trying to hit them directly. I was letting my tornadoes do all of the work. Yeah, it's crazy. So one more time, just to be on the safe side, we're gonna do it with 8, just so you can really see what's going on. You really see what's going on here. Oh, and that's the thing that can happen. Hey, who's alive? Okay, so what's happening right now? I'll tell you. It's a little bit crazy. Not really. I mean, because DE put it in here. So basic scenario. Tornadoes create deadly tornadoes that seek out and engulf enemies. They deal elemental damage types. They absorb the most. Shoot engulfed enemies to inflict extra damage. Tap for stationary tornadoes. Hold for wandering ones. Of course, we don't really care for the wandering ones because the AI is not that smart. Ironic, of course. But here's the thing. Normally, you would see big tornadoes and you will only see 4. Obviously, I am running the Funnel Clouds Augment. That gives me 8 additional tornadoes. Reduces their size and they won't pick up enemies. So there's a couple of things going on here that changes all of that. So I'm gonna read off what the wiki has available. Zephyr and her allies can attack each tornado and distribute 100% total damage, including critical hits and status effects from weapons and abilities to all enemies trapped within a tornado. Crit damage dealt to enemies over a tornado is multiplied by 2. This multiplier is not affected by mods and applied after any weapon mods. So basically saying all damage that is shot to a tornado is distributed through that tornado. So the tornado itself does run IPS damage. And it's split evenly through the 3, plus your own damage that you feed into it, including, like I said, crit hits and status effects. So I figure, why not pair it with Breach Surge to have continuous surge sparks feeding damage throughout that entire process as well. Weirdly enough, you don't have to shoot them. You can just shoot around them. You can shoot the floor if your weapon does that thing. It's kind of busted how this actually works. So here we go. I'm going to run the Athodine. We should know by now what the Athodine does as far as primary and secondary fire. I appreciate the secondary fire more because of this weirdness that is going to happen. So, pop my 1, pop my 4, and then one click and I'm shredding armor. Shredding armor, shredding health. Not even trying, honestly. That's the secondary. Primary fire, or not primary fire, primary weapon fire, I should say, is strangely busted as well. As you saw, I was running the Probo Ceranos because I like the grouping feature of the shot, and it gives you the ability to have a sort of CC along with the CC from the Breach Surge and your possible CC from Airburst. So I would just gather them all again. That big burst happens within each tornado. We have stationary tornadoes that are feeding impact, puncture, and slash. Of course, the Grenier armor, ferrite armor is 50% weak against puncture, so they get that bonus as well. It's a lot that's happening right here, and that's just Breach Surge that's going nuts. If you wanted more CC, a little bit more, let's try Ensnare, because you know I do have that here, and it's pretty dumb. It's pretty dumb, not gonna lie. Not even gonna lie. So here's the thing. We all know how Ensnare works. You hit one, it grabs all of them, and it shuts them down. It just shuts them down, right? So let's say we switch to Probo Ceranos off. For whatever reason, I don't know why I like this weapon, but I genuinely like the Ferox for its alternate fire. Don't know why, but something about it just tickles my fancy. I don't know if I want to say tickles my fancy anymore. Anyway, let's go with this. This thing it's crazy to me. It is really crazy to me. I'm going to bump up the number so that way you can really see what's going on. I'm going to unpause him as well. Alright, come on in, guys. Come on in the middle. Come in the middle. Yes. Don't make me drag you, because I will. See, here's your slight CC from that. Or, I can throw that. Now look, I got some CC from my Ferox. My one. As you can see, I got so much going on that the game starts to do this craziness. This is just a Ferox combination with the 4. I'm not even trying. I swear, I'm not even trying. I'm not trying. I'm not even trying. I haven't even done like all the things that I wanted to do. I mean, I used Ensnare once to shut them up, but that's it. Like, you can use Ensnare to shut them down. You can use the Ferox alternate fire to group them in if you wanted to. You can use the airburst to group them in if you wanted to. You can use your 4 to really shred these enemies down, because we all know not a lot of people on this game are going to see 155s. They're wanting to see 155s because a lot of the people in this game are new. A lot of the older creators or the older players, of course, they're going to want to see 155s. They're also going to want to go to Steel Path. Now, mind you, lower end content, regular star chart missions, you are set. You do have a little bit of defensive ability with your 3, because this is all, well, just about regular kit. I didn't switch out the 3. I wanted to have some kind of defensive capability. You can augment this build as you wish. I'm running it this way because I'm more so of a glass cannon. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really like being defensive too much, because I feel like it takes away from the DPS portion of it. So augment this as you wish, so that way you can be a little bit more defensive. Maybe you could put on adaptation. I was thinking about possibly rolling guard, so when your 3 falls off, it gives you that invulnerability to put it back on. One more thing before I go. You know how Funnel Clouds says it doesn't pick up enemies, right? So here's the workaround with that. I don't know if you saw it earlier, paid attention to that earlier. So here's the workaround with that. Funnel Clouds augment is on. These tornadoes, they're not picking them up. Throw your 2. They were knocked down, and then the physics of the tornado picked them up. So it is possible. It's possible. It's possible. I'm just letting y'all know. It's possible. It's possible. Even though it says it can't, the physics of the game will still pick them up once you knock them around. So, yes. That is going to do it for me. I really like this setup on Zephyr because it gives her more offensive capabilities than, you know, what she has been in the past. Um, like I said, whenever it comes to any of these builds, please do what you prefer. Do what you like. I am definitely doing what I'm like, so I'm not going to say do this and it's all you should do. Always experiment and always try to think outside the box. That's it for my build. I really thank you all so much for viewing this. If you do have any questions or comments, please leave those questions or comments on the comment section on the video, because I am going to push this over to YouTube. Without that, or without any further ado, thank you so much. I really appreciate you looking at this, and I'm out.